All right, y'all. This is my very first time going live. I'm trying not to freak out. But I'm here because I was inspired yesterday, and anybody who watches my channel, I hope that I demonstrate an awareness and a desire to be obedient to my spirit. I think that's very important. So that said, I was inspired to do a 28-day gratitude practice. And of course, in light of everything that is going on right now, we are living through very historic times. That is undeniable. Um, there at the same time is a lot of fear. There is a lot of um, collective distress. Um, there's a lot of shit going on, y'all. There's a lot of shit going on. And I generally, I think I sort of pride myself in being one who is really present and focused on a productive train of thought. But even especially in the times that we're living in right now, it's challenging for me. Like, and especially there being so much information available right now, and it's more challenging to stay away from the news and information right now, which I don't watch the news, y'all. But even though I don't watch the news, I'm still being inundated with a lot of information, a lot of rumors, a lot of hearsay. It's a lot of bad and false information out there. And so that said, all of this contributes to the collective stress. Collective stress is made up by individual stress, and so I think I was inspired to do it. I swear, y'all, I just finished my annual 28-day gratitude practice back in early February. Um, I try to do it at least once a year. But if I'm really going through it, like some heavy shit going on, I immediately jump on this, y'all. This is an incredible tool that I myself have practiced a number of times. It was introduced to me by the priesthood. No one proved it. Did an amazing 28-day piece for the collective over there, and I just found it to be a really powerful tool. Like I said, I've used it um, a number of times since then. I think the first time I did this practice was back in 2017, maybe 2016, but I'm pretty sure it was 2017. Um, was the first time that I did it. And I figured any contribution that I could make to being positive right now would be highly beneficial, not only to me, but potentially to somebody else. So I am committing to doing this every single day, dropping a video for y'all every single day. I didn't see an option not to do this as a loan. I have a lot of shit on my phone. Um, but sorry, Burns. Um, I'll probably do it as a live. And y'all can, of course, watch it later. I'll make it available to do that. But I'm committing to doing that every day. And so, granted that, and I trust that this will all be over as far as like this quarantine in a couple weeks. The 28-day practice is going to extend beyond that. So hopefully, folks will be touched enough by this to continue it, even after the quarantine is over. And I highly recommend doing so. But it's very easy if you do it, if you practice it, to feel the benefit of this thing, and potentially more so, especially all things considered, and always doing things collectively only increases the mass or the energy that we build up. So Highly recommend this practice. I'm committing to doing this practice with y'all for the next 28 days. It'll actually be 29 days. So today, it'll just be kind of the prep. And I'm going to read a chapter for y'all every day. Today, I'm actually going to read like a couple of chapters to get us through the prep. It will tell us everything that we need to get in order to do the practice. We're going to need a magic rock. We're going to need a journal. That's going to be important, but it'll talk about all of this in the book. So today I'm going to get us through the prep, and then tomorrow it will be day one of the 28 days. So it's going to require you to commit some time every morning to doing it, and a little bit of time just before you go to sleep in the evening. But I promise y'all, it's well worth it. So let me just jump in and get started. And all of this, I come from the school of thought, y'all, that what we focus our attention on is what grows and creates our experience. And so, of course, to the degree that we can focus on anything positive right now is super important. So that's my aim, and that's why I'm doing it. So let's jump right into it. So the book is The Magic by Rhonda Byrne. It's Byrne. Um, and she did obviously The Secret. And so this book is The Magic. And it's a really dope book. You can get the hard copy of the book, or I also have a digital copy of the book. So if you just like, I guess, inbox me or something, or in the comments, leave me your email address, and I can email you the digital copy of the book, and you can have it there on your phone. There is one chapter that is like off in the digital version, but when it comes up, we'll catch it. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, y'all. So let's jump into the prep for this, and get us up to, like I said, what tomorrow will be day one. And then from there, I'll read a chapter which will represent one daily practice every day forward. Okay. And so yeah, y'all can listen to me read the chapters, or like I said, I can email you a copy, and you can get a hard copy of it. You don't have to listen to me read it, but you can if you want to. Um, but I'll try to make sure that I kind of say what it is that we're doing, so that if you want to do it by yourself, you can totally do it. But I recommend, just like, if you're doing it, check in, share, like, subscribe, all of that stuff. I keep forgetting I'm supposed to say all that stuff at the beginning. I'll get to it, y'all. But definitely comment, give me some feedback in the comment section. Let us know whether or not you're following along. And yeah, I think that's enough of that. Let's jump in. So, like I said, The Magic by Rhonda Byrne. Oh, y'all, I was supposed to text my auntie and let her know the time. I'm supposed to get her. Okay, so where do I need to start? We don't need to go through the acknowledgments. We don't need to go through the contents. It's a 249-page book. All right, let's jump in. At some point, I'm gonna have to text my auntie though. I'm gonna text her right now. What's up, bud? Okay. Try to make as minimal noise as possible, okay? 11 o'clock now. I'm thinking. I keep hitting 2 instead of 3. Good. Good. Let me put my phone on silent so we don't get Eruptions. All right. Do we believe in magic? Those who don't believe in magic will never find it. Ronald Dahl, 1960 to 1990. 1990, he was a writer. Remember, when you were a child and looked at life in total wonder and awe, life was magical and exciting, and the smallest look, I'm doing my. I guess I'm supposed to put this in picture, but I'm doing like this is what I do with my daughter. I read to her every night, so we do the show the picture and stuff, and I, volunteer in the class, read books and stuff. So that's how you do it. So if that's annoying, y'all tell me. Where was I? Life was magical and exciting, and the smallest things were utterly thrilling to you. You were fascinated by the frost on the grass, a butterfly flittering through the air, or any strange leaf or rock on the ground. You were full of excitement when you lost a tooth because it meant the tooth fairy would be coming that night, and you would count down the days to that magical night of Christmas. I still do. Even though you had no idea how Santa Claus could get to every child in the world in one night. Somehow he did it, and he never let you down. Reindeer could fly, there were fairies in the garden, pets were like people, toys had personalities, dreams came true, and you could touch the stars. Your heart was full of joy, your imagination knew no limits, and you believed that life was magical. There was an exquisite feeling many of us had as children that everything is good, that every day promises more excitement and adventure, and that nothing could ever thwart our joy for the magic of it all. But somehow, as we grew into adults, responsibilities, problems, and difficulties took their toll on us. We became disillusioned, and the magic we once believed in as children faded and disappeared. It's one of the reasons why, as adults, we love to be around children, so that we can experience that feeling we once had, even if it's just for a moment. I'm here to tell you that the magic you once believed in is true, and it's the disillusioned adult perspective of life that is false. The magic of life is real, and it's as real as you are. In fact, life can be far more wondrous than you ever thought it was as a child, and more breathtaking, awe inspiring, and exciting than anything you've seen before. When you know what to do to bring forth the magic, you will live the life of your dreams. Then you will wonder how you ever could have given up in believing in the magic of life. You may, excuse me, you may not see reindeer fly, but you will see the things you've always wanted appearing before your eyes. And you will see the things you've dreamed of for so long suddenly happening. You will never know exactly how everything weaves together for your dreams to come true because magic works in the invisible realm. And that's the most thrilling part. And are you ready to experience the magic again? Are you ready to be filled with awe and wonder every day like when you were a child? Get ready for the magic. Our adventure begins 2,000 years ago when life changing knowledge was hidden within the sacred text. Another picture. A great mystery is revealed. The following passage comes from the Gospel of Matthew in the Holy Scriptures and has mystified, confused, and been misunderstood by many people over the centuries. Whoever has will be given more, and he will have an abundance. Whoever does not have, even what he has, will be taken from him. You have to admit that when you read that passage, it appears unjust, as it seems to be saying that the rich will get richer and the poor will get poorer. But there's a riddle to be solved in this passage, a mystery to uncover. And when you know it, a new world will have opened up for you. Okay, I gotta pause for a second, Joe, because really I wanna fact check some of her some of her biblical interpretations. I would like to compare them in my concordance. Dolly, can you bring me my highlighter down there by the couch on the floor where my books are, please? So I just gotta take it. Okay, the answer to the mystery that has eluded so many for centuries is in one hidden word: gratitude. I gotta look this passage up, y'all. Okay, I gotta come back to that. Okay, gratitude. There's a hidden word. Boom. Whoever has gratitude will be given more, and he or she will have an abundance. Whoever does not have gratitude, even what he or she has will be taken from him or her. And to be clear, like if her interpretation is even not, you know, sound to the concordance or it doesn't even matter. What I do know is that this right here is an excellent, incredible, very magical tool. So I've just been studying some other things, and I should say that I want to compare that to some things that I've already been studying. So I just wanted to clarify that, y'all. Ba, ba, ba. Okay. By the revelation of one hidden word, a cryptic text is made crystal clear. 2,000 years have passed since those words were recorded, but they are as true today as they ever were. If you don't take the time to be grateful, you will never have more, and what you have, you will lose. And the promise of the magic that will happen with gratitude is in these words. If you're grateful, you will be given more, and you will have an abundance. From the Quran, the promise of gratitude is equally emphatic. And remember when God proclaimed, if you are grateful, I will give you more. But if you are ungrateful, verily my punishment is indeed severe. It doesn't matter what religion you follow or whether you're religious or not. These words from the Holy Scriptures and the Quran apply to you in your life. They are describing a fundamental law of science and of the universe. It's the universal law. Let me turn around and get myself into a different stretch up again. There's no more pictures right now. I promise you, there's more pictures I'll show. But look at you. It's universal law. Gratitude operates through a universal law that governs your whole life. According to the law of attraction, which governs all the energy in our universe, from the formation of an atom to the movement of the planets, light attracts light. It's because of the law of attraction that the cells of every living creature are held together, as well as the substance of every material object. In your life, the law operates on your thoughts and feelings. That's interesting. Uh, okay, sorry. I've never highlighted in this book before. That's interesting. Y'all, it's a trip how like you can read a book, and I tend to read books multiple times because they have different meaning over time, right? You read it the first time and maybe you don't understand it, but then life goes on, you have more experiences, you study other things, and then you come back to the book and it makes more sense to you. It has a different meaning, you understand it better, and so forth. And so sometimes with books, um, like this particular book, I know I've never looked at it from a sort of more intellectual perspective. Um, and I recently did that with another book. One of my favorite books is God Wears Lipstick, which is basically Kabbalah for women. I don't want to get too much into that, and I'm not going to keep interrupting. There's too much more, y'all, but I've just been studying things. I've been in my intellectual lane a lot lately, and so I'm reading this book even with different eyes now. So I'm sorry for the interruptions. I'll try to keep them to a minimum. But I just wanted y'all to know what I'm doing when I'm highlighting is things are occurring to me from a different perspective. Sorry. Okay. In your life, the law operates on your thoughts and feelings because they are energy too. And so whatever you think, whatever you feel, you attract to you. If you think, I don't like my job, I haven't got enough money, I can't find my perfect partner, I can't pay my bills, I think I'm coming down with something. He or she doesn't appreciate me. I don't get along with my parents. My child is a problem. My life is a mess. Or my marriage is in trouble. Then you must attract more of those experiences. But if you think about what you're grateful for, like, I love my job. My family is very supportive. I had the best vacation. I feel amazing today. I got the biggest tax refund ever. Or I had a great weekend camping with my son, and you sincerely feel the gratitude. The law of attraction says you must attract more of those things into your life. It works in the same way as metal being drawn to a magnet. Your your gratitude is a magnet, and the more gratitude you have, the more abundance you magnetize. It is universal law. You will have you will have heard sayings like, whatever goes around comes around. You reap what you sow and you get what you give. Well, all of those things are describing the same law. And they're also describing the principle of the universe that the great scientist Sir Isaac Newton discovered. Newton's scientific discoveries included the fundamental laws of motion in the universe, one of which says, every action always has an opposite and equal reaction. Okay, y'all, this is on my missed. uh, and like black holes. I've been on some wanting to study like um, uh, time travel, manipulating time, what is time. So this sentence right here got me excited. When you apply the idea of gratitude to Newton's law, it says every action of giving thanks always causes an opposite reaction of receiving. And what you receive will always be equal to the amount of gratitude you've given, excuse me. This means that the very action of gratitude sets off a reaction of receiving, and the more sincerely and the more deeply grateful you feel. In other words, the more gratitude you give, the more you will receive. The golden thread of gratitude, dating back thousands and thousands of years to the earliest recordings of humankind. The power of gratitude was preached and practiced, and from there was passed on through the centuries, sweeping across the continents, permeating one civilization and culture to the next. The major religions of Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Buddhism, Sikhism, and Hinduism all have gratitude at their core. Muhammad said that the gratitude for the abundance you receive is the best insurance that the abundance will continue. Buddha said that you have no cause for anything but gratitude and joy. Lao Tzu said that if you rejoice in the way things are, the whole world will belong to you. Krishna said that whatever he is offered, he accepts with joy. King David spoke of giving thanks to the whole world for everything between the heavens and the earth. And Jesus said thank you before he performed each miracle. Interesting. Um, um, from the Australian Aborigines to the African Maasai and Zulu, from the American Navajo, Shawnee, and Cherokee to the Tahitian, Eskimo, and Maori, the practice, excuse me, y'all, the practice of gratitude is at the very living. If you see no reason for giving thanks, the fault lies with yourself. Um, this is a Shawnee Native American leader whose name I'm not about to butcher right now. History is laden with famous figures who practiced gratitude and whose achievements put them amongst the greatest human beings who have ever lived. Gandhi, Mother Teresa, Martin Luther King, the Dalai Lama, Leonardo da Vinci, Plato, Shakespeare, Aesop, Blake, Emerson, Dickens, Krauss, Spartans, Lincoln, Jung, Newton, Einstein, and many, many more. Albert Einstein's scientific discoveries changed the way we see the universe, and when asked about his monumental achievements, he spoke only of giving thanks to others. One of the most brilliant minds of all time thanked other people over 100 times a day for the work they had done. Is it any wonder that so many of life's mysteries were revealed to Albert Einstein? Is it any other wonder that Albert Einstein made some of the greatest scientific discoveries in history? He practiced gratitude every single day of his life, and in return, he received many forms of abundance. When Isaac Newton was asked how he had achieved the scientific discoveries he made, he said that he stood on the shoulders of giants. Isaac Newton recently voted the greatest contributor to science and humankind was also grateful to those men and women who lived before him. The scientists, philosophers, investors, discoverers, excuse me, y'all, inventors, discoverers, and prophets were practiced gratitude, who practice gratitude reap its results, and most were aware of its inherent power. Yet still, gratitude power is unknown to most people today, because to experience the magic of gratitude in your life, you have to practice it. My discovery. My story is a perfect example of what life looks like when a person is ignorant of gratitude and what happens when you make gratitude a part of your life. If I had asked 6 years ago, if I had been asked 6 years ago if I was a grateful person, I would have answered yes, for sure I'm a grateful person. I say thank you when I receive a gift, when someone opens a door for me, or when a person does something for me. The truth is, I was not the truth. The truth is, I was not a grateful person at all. I didn't know what being grateful really meant, and just saying the words thank you on the odd occasion certainly didn't make me a grateful person. My life without gratitude was pretty challenging. I was in debt, and it was increasing a little bit more every month. I worked really hard, but my finances were never improved. And trying to keep up with the mounting debt and obligations, I was living with a continuous undercurrent of stress. My relationships swung like a pendulum from fear to disastrous because I never seemed to have enough time for each person. While I was while I was what would be termed healthy, I felt exhausted at the end of each day. And I always got my fair share of colds and the latest illness going around each season. I had moments of happiness when I went out with friends or when I went on vacation. But then the reality of having to work harder to pay for those pleasures would swoop over me. I was surviving from day to day and from paycheck to paycheck. And I would no sooner solve one life problem than more problems would appear. But then something happened that would change everything in my life from that day forward. I discovered a secret about life. And as a result of my discovery, one of the things I began to do is practice gratitude each day. As a result of this, everything in my life changed. And the more I practiced gratitude, the more miraculous were the results. My life truly became magical. For the first time in my life, I became debt free. And shortly after that, I had all the money I needed to do whatever I wanted. Problems in my relationships, work, and health disappeared, and instead of facing daily obstacles, my days became filled with one good thing after another. My health and energy increased dramatically, and I felt better than I had in my 20s. My relationships became more meaningful, and I enjoyed more good times with my family and friends in just a few months than I had in all my previous years. More than anything else, I felt happier than I thought it was possible to feel. I was blissfully happy, the happiest I had ever been. Gratitude changed me, and my whole life magically changed. All right, so we're about halfway through. Okay, about halfway through, a little more than halfway through. Bring the magic into your life. Biggs, is it? Can you give me some water, please? Maybe just bring me the whole jug that's left in there, please. Okay, bring the magic into your life. Okay, now we're going to start talking about practice. No matter who you are, no matter where you are, no matter what your current circumstances, the magic of gratitude will change your entire life. I have received letters from thousands of people in the worst imaginable situations who have changed their lives completely by practicing gratitude. I have seen miracles take place in health where there seemed to be no hope. Somebody send me some bad news. um, um, fix my legs so I'm not like sitting on the pillow or anything. Um, bring the magic into your life. I'm sorry, y'all. There seemed to be no hope. I have seen marriages saved and broken relationships transform into magnificent relationships. I have seen those in total poverty become prosperous. And I have seen people, oh, am I showing a picture of I have seen those in total poverty become prosperous. And I have seen people in depression catapult into joyful and fulfilling lives. Gratitude can magically turn your relationships into joyful and meaningful relationships. no matter what state they are in now. Gratitude can miraculously make you more prosperous so that you have the money you need to do the things you want to do. It will increase your health and bring a level of happiness beyond what you've ever felt before. Gratitude will work its magic to accelerate your career, increase your success, and bring your dream job or whatever it is you want to do. In fact, whatever it is you want to be, do, or have, gratitude is the way to receive it. The magical power of gratitude turns your life into gold. As you practice gratitude, you will understand why particular things in your life may have gone wrong and why certain things might be missing from your life. As you make gratitude a way of life, you will wake up each morning so excited to be alive. You will find yourself completely in love with life. Everything will seem effortless. You will feel as light as a feather and happier than you've ever felt before. While challenges may come, you will know how to overcome them and learn from them. Every day will be magical. Every day will be filled with far more magic than when you were a child. Is your life magical? You can tell right now how much you have actually used gratitude in your life. Just take a look at all the major areas in your life: money, health, happiness, career, home, and relationships. The areas of your life that are abundant and wonderful or where you have used gratitude and are experiencing the magic as a result. Any areas that are not abundant and wonderful are due to a lack of gratitude. It is a simple fact. When you are not grateful, you cannot receive more in return. You stop the magic from continuing in your life. And you're not grateful. When you're not grateful, you stop the flow of better health, better relationships, more joy, more money, and the advancement of your job, career, or business. To receive, you have to give. It's the law. Gratitude is giving thanks, and without it, you cut yourself off from the magic and from receiving everything you want in life. The bottom line of ungratefulness is that when we're not grateful, we're taking. When we're taking things in our life for granted. I mentioned I'm studying how to work lipstick a little more, which is Kabbalah, and the concept of give and take, receiving or giving, which is light related, and taking, which is vessel related. And so she italicized it, so I had to have like that. Moving forward, when we take things for granted, we are unintentionally taking from ourselves. The law of attraction says that like attracts like. So if we take something for granted, we will be taken from as a result. Remember, whoever does not have gratitude, even what he or she has, will be taken from him or her. Most certainly, you have been grateful at various times in your life, but to see the magic and cause a radical change to your current circumstances, you have to practice gratitude and make it your new way of life. The magic formula. Knowledge is a treasure, but practice it is the key to it. Someone else whose name I'm not going to butcher, a scholar and statesman, and the name appears to be Islamic. Khaldun al-Makdima, 1332 to 1406. Ancient myths and legends say that to bring forth magic, a person must first say the magic words. Bringing forth magic from gratitude works in the same way. And first, you must say the magic word, thank you. I cannot begin to tell you how important the words thank you are for your life. To live in gratitude, to experience the magic of life, thank you must become the two words you deliberately say and feel more than any other words. They need to become your identity. They need to become your identity. Thank you is the bridge from where you are now to the life of your dreams. Bridge, no conversation. I'm studying. I can reduce that in the videos that are not live, and I can edit and post it. No, I can say that. The magic formula. Deliberately think and say, okay, so here's the magic formula. Again, this is the application part. This is what you got to do during this whole practice. Deliberately think and say the magic words, thank you. So be a good idea to have a little notebook or something right now, y'all. Excuse me. The magic formula. 1, deliberately think and say the magic words, thank you. 2, the more you deliberately think and say the magic words, thank you, the more gratitude you feel. And 3, the more gratitude you deliberately think and feel, the more abundance you receive. Gratitude is a feeling. So the ultimate aim in practicing gratitude is to deliberately feel it as much as you can, because it's the force of your feelings that accelerates the magic in your life. Newton's law is 1 for 1. I'm sorry, y'all. Newton's law is 1 for 1. What you give, you receive equally. That means that if you increase your feeling of gratitude, the results in your life will expand to be equal to your feelings. Y'all, I'm just blown away right now because this makes something that I've already been studying and looking for sort of a practical meaning to make a whole lot more sense right now. I literally am asked the question like, how do because there's this scientific law that says that gravity doesn't apply to non-accelerating observers. So excuse me, it only applies to non-accelerating observers. So how then do we become an accelerating observer? So thinking more practical application, how do we do that as physical beings? How do we do that consciously? And then another question around how do we amass more mass? Mass and energy being the same thing scientifically. And so this is helping to answer some of the questions I have. I'm building on a series and I'll be sharing more information about that very, very soon. All right, so we at 37 minutes and 37 seconds, and I'm still going. But the good thing is we on page 19 and we only got like 8 more pages to go. Okay, I'm sorry. That means if you increase your feeling of gratitude, the result in your life will expand to be equal to your feeling. The truer the feeling, the more sincerely grateful you are. The faster your life will change. When you discover how little practice it takes, how easy it is to incorporate gratitude into your daily life, and when you see the magical results for yourself, you will never want to return to the life you used to live. If you practice gratitude a little, your life will change a little. If you practice gratitude a lot every day, your life will change dramatically in ways that you can hardly imagine. A magical book. So another piece, right? So far we've got the magic words, which are thank you. Now the magic book. The magic book. As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them. This was John F. Kennedy, 35th President of the United States. He died in 63. Sorry. In this book, there are 28 magical practices that have been specifically designed so that you learn how to use gratitude's magical power to revolutionize your health, money, job, and relationships, and to make your smallest desires and your biggest dreams come true. And just keep in mind, you need more mass for the bigger goals and projects. So this is powerful stuff, though. You will also learn how to practice gratitude to resolve your problems and transform any negative situations. This is for sure true. There's a practice in here that I use all the time. It is my fail proof. It does not fail. And it hurts to do that on this ankle. So I'm going to do it to you more. What's the difference between ones and this? I don't know. I'm supposed to be reading. That's my brain. Um, I'm sorry, y'all. You will be captivated while you read this life changing knowledge. But without practicing what you learn, the knowledge will slip through your fingers and your opportunity that you attracted to easily change your life will be gone. Excuse me. And the opportunity that you attracted to easily change your life will be gone. To ensure this doesn't happen to you, you need to practice gratitude over 28 days so that you impregnate yourself. I love that. I love that kind of language and your subconscious mind with it. Only then will it change your life permanently. The practices are designed to be completed over 28 consecutive days. This allows you to make gratitude a habit and a new way of life. Practicing gratitude and concentrated effort over consecutive days guarantees that you will see the magic take place in your life and fast. Within each magical practice is a wealth of secret teachings that will expand your knowledge in tremendous ways. In each practice, you will understand more and more about how life works and how easy it is to have the life you dreamed of. The first 12 practices use the magical power of gratitude for what you have now and for what you've received in the past. Because unless you're grateful for what you have and what you've received, the magic won't work and you won't receive more. These first 12 practices will set the magic of gratitude into motion immediately. And y'all, I just want to highlight right here, especially in light of everything that's going on, especially amid so much fearful conversation about, what this could turn into. Let us be especially concentrated in an effort to focus on the things that we are being reminded right now uh, to have been thankful for, the things that maybe we've taken for granted, the freedoms in movement, the freedoms in access to resources, to luxuries. Um, that I know we got to be missing right about now. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, and this is probably a little vain of me, but it also speaks a little to just to the way that I think, or challenge myself constantly to think. I'm not always 100% in anything, but I'm always challenging myself to be more committed to and better at anything that I'm putting myself to task to. But that said, I didn't really trip until I realized I wasn't gonna be able to get my nails done because I just knew for sure I was gonna be able to get my nails done. Like I have like tight relationships with people because of the way. I mean, not only do I use these services for myself, but I'm a fashion designer, which puts me like in direct relationships with beauty providers and things like that. My facialist does makeup and has done makeup for me for shoots, and my studio, my work studio, I'm a fashion designer. Did I say that already? And so my work studio is actually at a nail salon. I'm like, I'm getting my nails done. And I'm picking up, I couldn't get my fucking nails done. Nobody's going to do my nails. I'm done. So y'all will see the progress of my freaking nails growing out throughout this. But yeah, we should be very conscious of just being thankful of all of the things that we're used to being able to do. So I'll get back to the book. These first 12 practices will set the magic of gratitude into motion immediately. So 12 days, this lines right up with looking at another 15 days, something like that, 16 days of quarantine. So this puts us right in line with doing some major focus to seeing things return to restored to um, the positive, the good things that we miss, that we enjoy about our lives. I saw this morning that in Israel, folks were gathering at that holy wall that people go to pray for the end of this virus. And so I definitely believe in positive, constructive focus and amassing energy around positive thoughts and ideas, um, wellness, healing, gratitude, love, joy, all of those things. And as much as we can do those and make those efforts collectively, the better. And so that was reassuring to me when I saw that this morning. I was like, definitely a good time to start this practice. The next thing practice is use the magical power um, of gratitude for your desires, dreams, and everything you want. Uh, Through these 10 practices, you will be able to make your dreams come true, and you will see the circumstances of your life change magically. The last 6 practices take you to a whole new level where you will be saturating gratitude into every cell of your body and mind. You will learn how to use gratitude's magical power to help other people, dissolve problems, and improve any negative situation or circumstance you may encounter throughout your life. You don't need to clear your calendar because each of the practices has been specifically created to fit into your everyday life, whether it's work days, weekends, holidays, or vacations. Gratitude is portable. You take it with you wherever you go. And then, where, you take it with you wherever you go. And then, wherever you go, the magic happens. If you miss a day, you will most likely lose the momentum of what you have done. To ensure that you don't reduce the magic. If you miss a day, count back 3 days and repeat the practices again from there. And this helps you rebuild the momentum that you lost by not doing the practice for a day. So one day costs you 3 days, y'all. 28 days consecutively, you ain't got shit else to do. I'm sorry for my language. Not really, no. I like to cuss, but I'll try and keep it to the minimum on here, I promise. What was I saying? What was I? Okay, if you miss a day, it's gonna cost you 3 days. Some practices are designed for the morning and others are designed to do throughout the day. So read each day's practice first thing in the morning. Some practices will need to be read the night before because they begin when you wake. And I will tell you when to do this. You might want to read the next day's practice every night before you go to sleep in order to be prepared. If you do, make sure to reread the practice again in the morning. If you don't want to follow the 28 magical practices consecutively, you can also use them in other ways. You could choose one magical practice that addresses an important subject in your life that you want to change or improve, and you could do that practice 3 days in a row or every day for a week. Or you could do one magical practice a week or 2 practices a week. The only difference being that it will take you longer to see the changes in your life. So it's best to do it 28 consecutive days. Once you've completed the 28 magical practices, you can use particular practices to increase the magic where or when you have a specific need, such as for health or money, or if you want to receive your dream job, have increased success in your work, or improve a relationship. Or to continue the practice of gratitude, you can open this book at random at whichever practice you open to the one you attracted. So it's the perfect one to do that day. At the end of the 28 magical practices, there are also recommendations of practices you can use in combination, which will accelerate the magic in specific areas of your life. Can you overdo gratitude? Never. Can your life become too magical? Hardly. Use the practices over and over so that gratitude seeps into your consciousness and becomes second nature to you. After 28 days, you will have rewired your brain and implanted gratitude in your subconscious mind, where it is automatically the first thing that comes to your mind in any situation. The magic you experience will be your inspiration because as you incorporate gratitude into your days, they will be nothing short of spectacular. What are your dreams? Many of the magical practices are designed to help you achieve your dreams. Therefore, you need to get clear about what you really want. Sit down with a computer or pen and paper and make a list of what you really want in every area of your life. Think through every detail of what you want to be, do, or have in your life, in your relationships, career, finances, health, and every area that is important to you. You can be as specific and detailed as you like, but remember, your job is simply to list what you want, not how you're going to get it, not how you're going to get what you want. The how will be done for you when gratitude works its magic. Let me say that sentence again. The how will be done for you when gratitude works its magic. If you want a better job or your dream job, you think about everything you want the job to be. Think about the things that are important to you, such as the type of work you want to do, how you want to feel in your job, the type of company you want to work for, the kind of people you want to work with, the hours you want to work, where you want your job to be, and the salary you want to receive. Get very clear about what you want in the job by thinking it through thoroughly and writing all the details down. If you want money to educate your children, work out the details of their education, including which school you want your children to attend, the cost of the school fees, books, food, clothing, and transportation, so that you know exactly how much money you will need. If you want to travel, then write down the details of the countries you want to visit, how long you want to travel for, and what you want to see and do, where you want to stay, and the means by which to travel. If you want a perfect partner, then write down every detail of the characteristics you want the person to have. If you want to improve relationships, write down the relationships you want to improve and what you want them to be like. If you want more health or an improved bodily condition, be specific about what you want to improve about your health or body. If you want a dream home, then list every detail of what you want the home to be, room by room. If there are specific material things you want, like a car, clothes, or appliances, write them down. If you want to achieve something such as passing an exam, getting a degree, a goal in sports, succeeding as a musician, doctor, writer, actor, scientist, or business person, or whatever it is you would like to achieve, write it down and be as specific as possible. I would strongly urge you to find the time to maintain a list of your dreams throughout your life. Write down the little things, the big things, or the things you want at the moment, this month, or this year. As you as you think of more things, add them to the list. And as you receive things, cross them off the list. An easy way to do a list of what you want is to divide them into categories of health and body, career and work, money, relationships, personal desires, material things, and then just add the things you want to each category. So I'll say the categories again, y'all. Health and body, career and work, money, relationships, personal desires, and material things. Okay? When you get clear about the things you want, you are giving a definite direction to the way you want gratitude's magical power to change your life. And you are ready to begin the most exciting and thrilling adventure you've ever been on. That's it. Day one is tomorrow, y'all. I got through. That's it. Okay, so that's all of the prep stuff. So I thought this was immediately. This still should tell us. So day one, count your blessings. Do I want to do it that way, y'all? Because they haven't told us to do our gratitudes yet. So you do your gratitudes. So that means we just start with our gratitudes tomorrow. So then, yeah. So today, y'all, all you're doing is going through and you writing down what you want in those 6 areas of your life. I'll repeat them one more time. Health and body, career and work, money, relationships, personal desires, material things. Okay? And you're going to be really detailed and specific. Today, you just want to spend some time, spend an hour just daydreaming today about what would make your life delicious and magical. Like for me, that is a life goal, a life standard, I should say, because my life is currently delicious, and deliciousness is an important characteristic in my life. My life has to remain delicious, and so spend time imagining that. What does that mean to you? What does that look like? What does that smell like? What does that sound like? and get real clear about that. And then tomorrow we'll come back for day one of the 28 practices. Okay, yeah. So day one is just doing the gratitudes. Day two is going to be Magic Rock Band. Okay, so these are all part of each of the practices, y'all. So never mind what I said about we going to have to write. I mean, you do have to write some stuff down today. So I've been on here talking for an hour, y'all. Thank you for joining me. Please share this. Please like this. Please comment. Let me know that you watched it or that you're going to participate. I love feedback, y'all. And so encourage others. Text it to folks. They ain't got nothing else to do. Share it on Facebook. All of that good stuff. And I will see you all, or y'all will see me tomorrow. Peace, family. Be well. Be safe. The universe is kind. The universe is abundant. And things are always working out in my favor. I think it's so important to be positive right now and share positive light, to share love, to share love, to share love, to share love, because love is the greatest of all things. So I will be grateful with y'all some more tomorrow, and be grateful for you all today, and grateful for this wonderful practice, and grateful for this day and each day thereafter. Peace, family. Hasta mañana. Ended.